already started. Hello, you guys. My name is Christy Taylor, and this is Let's Chat. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the best show in the entire universe. I'm feeling myself a little bit. For those who are new, I want to welcome you. Again, my name is Christy Taylor. This is the Let's Chat show. If you are new to the show, I would like to invite you to come back to watch the show at 2:30 Eastern Standard Time, although I'm going to be changing the time next week. I'll let you know at the end of the show. But it is every Sunday, Eastern Standard Time. It's about 45 minutes to an hour, depending on what we're talking about. The goal of the show is to encourage, enlighten, and entertain you all. I say it every week. I do the same thing for myself. As I'm encouraging you, I'm encouraging myself. Ignore this is the business spotlight today. Just try to ignore it. I did the black one so it could kind of blend in with my hair. If it is not your first time, thank you guys for coming back and hanging out with me. For the newcomers, you will oftentimes see me look to my left. I like to let you guys know this so you don't think I'm like spacing out. Over here is where I interact with you guys, so I can see the live chat feed. And then this little laptop here is just where I keep my notes, like my teleprompter. So, today's going to be a wonderful show. I'm going to be sharing with you guys these sweet and salty sweet potato chips. Danielle, you'll like this because it's healthy and we're on our health kick right now, right? So these are super easy. I have not tasted them. I'm going to taste it on the show like I usually do when I cook things. The current event today is about McDonald's. They have an announcement that they're making, and I kind of in my feelings about it a little bit because I feel like I missed the previous announcement. The chat topic for the day is we all have a job to do. It's an encouraging, uplifting chat segment. Everyone can totally relate to it. It's just some things that look within the last week. It's based off of some things that happened within the last week for me that are really, really good things. And then the business spotlight for today is My Curl Squad, these hair rollers. Oh, you don't even understand how my life has just changed with this. I will be bringing these back because right now, clearly I have a sew-in, but I cannot wait to talk about it. I'm super excited about supporting this girl. And let's just go ahead and get started, okay? So, sorry, excuse me. This little snack, sweet and salty sweet potato chips, not sweet potato fries, although you can do fries the same way. They're chips because you slice them very thinly. I'm going to send the recipe, you guys, to those who subscribe, so please be sure to subscribe to my website. There is a really good seasoning mixture that you make. I guarantee you have probably about at least 50 to 60% of these seasonings. I literally had to go buy one thing that I never buy. And then the sweet potatoes is very inexpensive, very healthy, as opposed to, and they're baked, as opposed to the regular potato chips that we would get at the store for like $4 a bag. You barely get anything in it, and it's fried, deep fried, and a whole bunch of salt. I didn't put salt on these. They didn't call for salt. The other seasonings, I'm sure, make it good. It took about 25 minutes to bake, which is no time at all. I literally prepped them. I threw them in the oven. They were done, and they've been sitting here. So they're thebomb.com. I will say, you guys, it says to cut them very thinly because for potato chips, I might have to go get a slicer. I mean, I think I got them kind of thin, but I couldn't get them as thin as I wanted to. It calls for oil. You're going to brush them with oil. I'm not going to give it all away because I want you guys to subscribe to my website. And I only give it to the subscribers, my recipes that I find. This is a Pinterest interest, so I found it on Pinterest. So it's not like a recipe that I made up myself. But it calls for oil. I will say you brush it with oil. I used olive oil, but she says that grapeseed oil makes it even more crisp. So if you really are looking for like the potato chip, if you like the crunch, I would say use grapeseed oil because this isn't giving me a crunch, but they haven't been sitting that long either. Maybe the longer it sits in the air, it'll get more crispy. But they're very good. I can't stop eating them. If you're trying to be healthy and you like chips, and you like sweet potatoes, subscribe to my website and I'll share the recipe with you guys. I'm going to put these here. Probably should have had a table over here. They're really, really, really good. Okay, so my current event for the day. The current event for the day. An announcement that McDonald's says. McDonald's to the title, McDonald's to expand delivery options and mobile ordering. Let's talk about how I did not know that they had mobile ordering, and I didn't know they had delivery options. So the fact that they're expanding something I didn't even know they had, and McDonald's and I are like this. I know I just got done talking about healthy food. McDonald's and I are so close. I did not know this, you guys. So it says soon the app will feature a mobile order and pay, and the company also has plans to expand its delivery service. So customers will be able to go online, order your food before you get there, kind of like what Panera Bread does. I use this feature for Panera Bread. I go online when I'm at work, and I order my food. You can use the app. You can just go online, order your food. You can order it for pickup. Rapid pickup, and so by the time I get there, it's already been prepared. I literally am grabbing my bag and I'm going. And I sit in Panera, but I don't want to wait in line because I have an hour only. We get an hour for lunch. I don't want to spend some of my time waiting in line, so I order it. So apparently McDonald's is doing the same thing, or already has it, and they're expanding it. It says that customers will be able to place their order on the app. I do have the app, and pick up their food via curbside delivery, or go through the drive-thru and pick it up. So they have an additional feature. With Panera, you walk in and just pick it up off of the shelf. With this one, it's you can go curbside. So I don't know if they're going to have like a curbside window. Or you can just go to the drive-thru and say, I have an order to pick up, and grab it up. I'm assuming you just go ahead and pay online. Yeah. McDonald's thinks it has the potential to reach many more customers, claiming that 75% of people in McDonald's top 5 markets lives within 3 miles of a McDonald's. I have a McDonald's, literally 2 McDonald's in less than a mile from me, up to the right and up to the left. At work, I have one less than a mile from me, just a couple of blocks down. So, and you guys know New York has them all over the place. So, I think this is really, really smart. For those of us that are trying to get away from the McDonald's, I don't know if this is going to be good for me, because then it makes it that much easier. I just have to put it in the mobile app and pick it up. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I do think that McDonald's is really smart in keeping up with the times and trying to keep their customers happy and staying in front of the game. Yeah, McDonald's is always going to be what? Q. Hi, Q. I don't know. Even everywhere I've lived, where my parents live, there's McDonald's that's like right there. And if the line's too long, you can go to the next McDonald's. I mean, they're like 7-Elevens. There's always a McDonald's. So I think this is super smart. It says it's going to be available by the end of 2017 for over 20,000 restaurants in the largest McDonald's markets, which is US, France, the UK, Germany, and Canada. So by the end of the year, we'll probably have it. I'm going to be like 50 pounds heavier because this is ridiculous. I mean, good for McDonald's, but for people like me, it's my weakness. Like the fries is my weakness. And then they made the Big Mac. You have 3 options. So like, the regular Big Mac, but you have the Grand Junior, which is now what I get. And then you have the Master, or I forget what the really, really big one is. So I mean, you got to give it to McDonald's. They're doing their thing. I thought that it was really interesting. I love forward moving companies, and McDonald's is trying to stick with what all the other companies are doing. So kudos to them. What are you guys thinking about? How do you feel about this McDonald's announcement, you guys? Like I said, for me, you know what? I'm going to do this. For me, it's a good thing and it's a bad thing. For me, when I do want to McDonald's, it's more convenient. But for the flip side of it, it's I'm going to sabotage my whole workout. I'm going to work out just so I can go to McDonald's. This is ridiculous. All right, so moving right along, you guys. I have not asked a question in a long time. So for those who... Danielle says delivery, I wonder if it will arrive hot. I think, I don't know, because I do not like my fries at McDonald's need to be steaming hot. They need to be like fresh out the grease. I feel like they probably thought that through. Like with pizzas, they have the hot bag, so hopefully they have something to keep it, because McDonald's does. You're right, Danielle. McDonald's cools off really, really, really fast. I love their frappe too. Q. I had a caramel frappe last week, and it was wonderful. It was really good. It bless my soul. Okay, so I have not asked a question from the previous show in quite some time. I had to slow up on that, but I do feel like I need to ask a question. So how this part of the show works is I will ask you guys a question from the previous show, so from last week's show. Let me look it up real quick. So what we talked about. The first person who answers that correctly will receive, oh, this is a good one. I'm going to do this. Will receive a Starbucks gift card from me and a cute little handwritten thank you for watching note in the mail before the end of the week. So are you guys ready? I know you guys are so competitive that I'm going to just say it real fast. And the first person who answers this will get it correct. What was my current event last week? I will give you a hint. It is a platform that you can use if you're having difficulty sleeping. It's a platform that you can use if you're having difficulty sleeping. What is it? I already know who's going to get it. Who's going to get it? Who's going to get it? While you guys are guessing, I'm going to go to... I actually talked about 2 current events last week. What are the 2 current events I talked about last week? The first one was something that, a platform that you can go to if you're having difficulty sleeping. The other one was something that a parent, especially the parent and the child, can use to get a child out of a difficult situation or peer pressure situation. You have to name both of those to get it. You have to know the name of the platform, and you have to know the name of that situation, I guess, in order to get it. And if you don't get it, then I'm going to treat myself to Starbucks. Okay? All right, so I have a chat topic that I think is really important to talk about. It's called We All Have a Job to Do. Yes, you're close. You're close, Q. Nap what? We all have a job to do. Q's over here guessing. Q, you're probably going to get it because I don't see anyone else guessing right now. Somebody's probably going to the last show real quick to see if they can get it. Okay, I'm going to continue to check, but let's move on with the chat topic. Chat topic, we all have a job to do. So, this is pretty much about a job to do as a human being. You guys know that, we talk about fun stuff, we talk about funny stuff, but I oftentimes will make sure that I'm encouraging, uplifting you all. And so this week I had a really good week when it comes to feeling empowered and lifted and encouraged. And a lot of it had to do with other people, right? So one of the jobs, I'm going to give you guys 4 jobs that we all, regardless of our age, our race, our sex, our religion, anything. It doesn't matter if you're a Christian, if you're not a Christian. 4 jobs that we all must, have to, should do. Number 1 is uplift one another. So I received 2 messages this week from 2 completely different people that really were right on time, that really made me feel wonderful. I will read to you all the first one. Actually, I wasn't going to read these, but you know what? I think it's a good idea that I do that. So the first message just said, I'm proud of you. I'm almost positive that's what it said. The first message said, hold on, I'm going to find it. I'm proud of you. And so I remember replying to that. Thank you so much. That really meant a lot. I'm trying, or something like that. And he was like, continue doing what you're doing. Follow your dreams. And you guys, I really wish I could find it right now. But I can't find it. It meant the world to me because I really needed to hear that at that moment. I don't remember, but that's what it said. It said, continue what you're doing, or I'm proud of you, good job. And so let me just say, both of these people, I interact with, one of them I went to school with in Germany, and it's a guy. And it wasn't even a situation like he was just trying to holler at me, nothing like that, just pure encouragement. And so receiving that message from him, it wasn't from like a sibling or even a best friend or someone that I talked to on the phone. I don't even have his phone number. We don't have each other's phone number or information in our phones. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm really trying to find these messages. I should have probably put these up earlier. But receiving a message like that from him really, 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 really touched me, and it really meant the world to me. And it made me feel really, really, really good about just my personal journey on what I'm doing just with the show and the personal goals that I have for myself this year and where I want my life to be. It just really, really, really uplifted me. The other message was from someone that I do know personally, who I actually look up to. I don't know that she knows this. I don't have a big sister. So you guys, I'm always like looking up to positive women. And this woman who I'm calling her a woman, we're probably like 3 years difference. She sent me a message that said, just wanted to tell you that I am so proud of you. Your webcast, meaning the show, the love you have for your family, and how you are teaching your kids to be socially active. Wow, you're inspiring countless women. And you have the nerve to look flawless. Keep killing the game. I don't even think you guys understand. When I read that message, I was at work. I really did get teary-eyed. It meant everything to me. Encouraging one another, or lifting one another up, or uplifting one another, which is job number 1 that I'm giving you guys. I needed those messages right when they happened, at that moment when I received them. They weren't from people that I talk to every single day, although the second person I talked to her regularly, I'm always like looking at her video chats because she just made this big move in her life from New York to LA, and I'm just like, it encourages me and inspires me that she did that, you know. So receiving those messages from those two people, from pure just being kind. They didn't have to send me those messages. And I later on told her, you know, I really needed that. And she's like, God knew. I didn't know God knew, and he laid it on my heart, and I shared that with you. So we need to uplift one another. That's job number 1. Uplift one another. Okay? You guys, it meant the world. Number 2, teach one another from our experiences. I'm a part of a group on Facebook called Dreamcatcher Live Richer. Dreamcatchers Live Richer. On Facebook, that everyone teaches from one and learns from one another just through sharing our experiences. I gave an experience that I had gone through myself that had to do with we just recently paid our car off, but at one point earlier in our marriage, we didn't have a car. We had a car, it needed repairs. We were in the beginning of our careers. We didn't have the money to get the repairs done, so we ended up selling the car. So I was on the bus with the kids. I was 2 kids and pregnant with 1. My husband had to leave early in the morning, so it was kind of just, I just had to do what I had to do. And we just paid our car off last November. So I put that in the group, and it's like over 300 people were saying congratulations, or such a blessing, or it helped them. So sharing my experience, although at one point I feel like when I was younger, I would never told anyone that, right? Because sometimes it can be embarrassing, certain experiences, you know, like if your car's been repoed, if you've been evicted, if you've been fired. But you never know what sharing your experience and sharing your story can do for someone else. So keeping those to ourselves, I feel is a little selfish. You just got to get to a point where you're like, you know what, I'm over it. I got through it. I'm going to share it to help someone else. So that group, Dreamcatchers Live Richer, a lot of people in there, like I said, have been bankrupt, and they are now purchasing their first home. They've been without a car. They've had repoed cars, and they're paying the car off. Credit scores, a lot of it is like, my credit score was down here. Now it's up in the 700s. So teaching one another from our experiences is job number 2. Job number 1, again, was uplift one another. Number 3 is teach children. So whether you have children yourself or you're a teacher or you're just around kids, it is our job as adults and even teenagers, young adults, to teach children. I will give you a great example of this week. So if you guys did not know, on Wednesday was a day without women in DC, where at the Capitol, the Democrats decided they were going to walk out off the floor at 12:30 in their red. Red was the representation, the color for that day, down the front stairs of the Capitol as a symbol of like sisterhood, to boycott, to say you will respect women, you will pay us equal to what men are getting paid. It was a boycott. So they decided Tuesday evening to let the parents know that they were going to close the school down. So I took off work and I decided, you know what, this is a perfect opportunity for our family, as a family, to teach the kids about what boycotting is, what it is to stand up for what you believe in and what you know, to support one another, because it was a day without women. And I have 2 sons and a husband. They were there supporting myself and my daughter as women. So before we went out there, we had them watch a video about 10 influential women in history, so they could get an idea about women and the importance of women in history, because in schools, they already barely teach about African American history. Like, they don't teach a lot of Black culture in schools, flat out. And then on top of that, when they do teach, it's mostly about men. It's George Washington Carver, Martin Luther King Jr. It's Abraham Lincoln. It's not a lot of women. Unless it's Black History Month, then they tell you about Rosa Parks real quick, right? So I thought it was really important to teach our sons and my daughter as well. So after they watched the video, we let them make their own signs. My youngest, a 5-year-old, his sign said, and he wrote it himself, "My sister matters." I cannot tell you guys how many people asked us to take a picture of his sign. He was featured on a photographer's Instagram page, and because they love that the children, they stopped my husband and us and myself and told us how great they thought it was that we had our kids there, and how awesome they thought it was that they had their signs. They encouraged our children. We were teaching our children. If you don't have children, no big deal. You can still, through your actions, teach other people's children. Yesterday, I was in IKEA, and we went there to purchase a mattress. And I also purchased a little plug thing, an adapter. I had it in my hands, completely forgot about it. We paid for the mattress. We took about 2 steps, and I'm like, oh no, I forgot to pay for this. My kids are watching, and the lady is like, thank you so much for your honesty. And I paid for it. It was like $4. But my children saw through my example how you should handle a situation like that. You don't just walk out and say, oh, well, it's her job to stop me. No, you do the right thing, and you're honest, and you go and pay for it. So teaching children is the 3rd job we have. Job number 1, uplift one another. Job number 2, teach one another through our experiences. Job number 3, you guys, teach children, okay? You can teach, even teaching them the basics. Teach them the importance of $1. Teach them about importance of education. Teach them about importance of credit. Like, did anyone sit you down and teach you what credit is about? Or did you just learn the hard way? You know, these are really important things that we should be teaching our children. All right. And then number 4, yes, Terrell, children need to learn entrepreneurship. Yes. So while I don't make any money from this show yet, my kids are always, they see me. I actually have a sign that I put on my door, Mommy's Working. I set them down. They know what my show is about. They ask me every Sunday after I'm done with the show, Mommy, how was your show? They see me working. They see me grinding. They see me cooking for the show. They see me being my own boss, right? They do need to know about entrepreneurship. They need to know that it is an option. That was a major for my husband and I. Both of our major is business entrepreneurship, you know, and we teach our kids, you don't have to work for anyone else. If you want to, that's fine, but you have an option to be your own boss. Terrell, that is a good point. We do need to teach our kids about entrepreneurship, because we don't. What is April saying? Is April sleepy? Yes, daylight savings. Yes. All right, so the last job that we all must do is probably the easiest, that I think is the easiest one that's just not done. When I moved to the city, I'm like, are we for real right now? It's be kind to one another. Yep, I'm about to get sappy. Be kind to one another. It doesn't take much. It's free. You don't know what someone else is going through. Hold the door open for someone. Smile at them. I had my son, we were in the grocery store. This is another teach children chance, as well as showing him how to be kind. And I didn't make him be kind, but I suggested that he did it. There was a lady behind us. She's a little older. She was older. Behind us, we had already put our stuff on the conveyor belt at the grocery store, and I saw that she had a good amount of things. Not too much, like maybe not even a half a basket, but she had a good amount of items, and she was older. So I told Brandon, ask her if she needs some help with her putting her stuff on the belt. So he said, excuse me, ma'am, do you need some help putting your stuff on the belt? And she's like, yes, thank you, young man. And he just did it. And after that, we left out. She said, thank you so much. We left out. He said, Mommy, that felt so good. I like being nice to people. Simple things like that. Giving your seat. I take the metro twice a day into work and out of the city. The metro is the train here. And anytime the door's open, if I'm sitting, if the door's open, I'm looking around for elderly. I'm looking around for people who are pregnant. I'm looking around for people with children, because I'm going to give my seat up to them. I can stand. I may have had a long day, but it's just the little things and being kind. I say to be kind because you do not know what type of day someone has had, especially if it's towards the end of the day. You don't know what kind of morning they had. You don't know if they're being cussed out at home or hit on at home. You don't know if they're on the brink of getting a divorce. They're about to get fired. You don't know if they had a death in the family. You just don't know. Sometimes people go through things and they smile and it looks like they're A-okay. You don't know. It's the small things. Actually, a friend of mine, Tina, posted something on Facebook yesterday. She was getting her nails done. I think she said they were drying, and she was sitting next to another lady, and she and the lady were talking. She was talking to the lady, and the lady ended up paying for her nails to get done and told her because she was so nice to her. And I'm not saying be nice to people so you can get something back, but it's something free that you can do. Apparently, Tina made her day just talking to her. People go home, they're lonely. You just don't know. Be kind. Be kind, be kind, be kind, okay? So the 4 jobs that we all must do is uplift one another, send messages of pure encouragement. Those 2 messages I received this week really, really, really touched my heart. They really did. Uplift one another. Job number 2 is teach one another from your experiences. Share your story. Share your story. Number 3 is teach children, whether you have birthed the child or not. Through your actions, teach the children around you. If you're an auntie, if you're an uncle, if you're a godmother, godfather, doesn't matter. Teach children and lift them up. And then number 4 is be kind to one another. Okay? So, let's see. What are we saying? It costs nothing to be nice, right, Terrell? So you can't be like, I don't have the money to be taking people out to dinner. I'm not saying take people out to dinner or take someone on a shopping spree or put gas in their car. Although, those are things that you can do. But just to smile at someone is free. I got next to this guy in church today. He's sitting in church by himself, an old guy. And I just smiled at him and said, good morning. He was there before me. I got in there and he looked a little shocked like, oh, good morning, and he smiled. It's free. It costs nothing. Carol says, what it does for your heart is so much greater than what it does for those you are kind to. It's really true. It's really true. It's really true. Simplest thing in life is always the best. It's true. They're all so good. They all belong on a t-shirt. For real. We should all get together and come up with a t-shirt company. Yeah. So Carol, I learned the hard way too when it came to credit. My parents did a really good job. Let me just say that there are 6 of us. And my dad taught us how to do our taxes by hand on paper when I think I started working at 16. He taught us how to do, we had checking accounts. We learned how to put things on layaway and make payments. We learned all of that earlier on, but I feel like I don't remember really someone sitting me down and learning about credit. Okay. So, these are all really, 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 really good comments. And I honestly, you guys, all of these things any of these things can be life-changing to someone. Life-changing. Someone can be on the brink of suicide. But because you took out the time to speak to them, it made them think you know what? life's not so bad. You just never know. And I'm not even exaggerating. People go through hell every day. So it's our job as human beings to just be there for one another. You don't have to know them personally. Just be there. Okay? All right. I'm done talking about that. I hope I wasn't a nag. But you guys know that I really care about people. So, all right. Let's get to the business spotlight. You may be wondering why you may have thought I forgot a roller in my hair. I did not. The business spotlight for the day is My Curl Squad. These are hair rollers. My Curl Squad. I feel like I'm far. I should have zoomed in a little bit more today, you guys. I feel like I'm far from the camera. But it's called My Curl Squad, right? These are hair rollers. These are curl and wave makers. I have one in my hair right now. Doggone it. Where is my paper? It's okay. It's all good. It's all good. I have notes. The premise behind this is if you want to, and fellas, do not get off of this, because if you buy your lady these, especially if they have natural hair, it shows that you care about their hair, and it shows that you're paying attention to their life. Okay, so these, you guys, work really well on natural hair. So if you are one of those people who want to take really good care of your hair and you really don't want to put heat on your hair, so if you don't know, I'm natural. This is a sew-in, a protective style. I have a big old afro. I have big curly hair. I do not put heat on my hair. I've been natural about 1.5 years. I don't put heat on my hair at all whatsoever. No blow dryer, no flat iron. I just don't want it on my hair anymore. I used to have a relaxer. I used to be under the dryer. I used to do the blow dryer. And nothing against anyone who does, but for myself, I didn't want it. But I still want cute hairstyles, and I think I do okay with it. So these are hair rollers that come in 3 different colors, as you can see. 2 different sizes. So they come in pink, black, and this yellow color. Here's the black one. I decided to put the black in my hair for the show so it could kind of blend in. It wouldn't look crazy. So let me give you guys some information. So here's the packaging that I love. Very durable, very simple. You can throw it in your bag. You can throw it in your purse. You can throw it in your luggage. You can throw it in your overnight weekend bag. You can, the rollers are used to either stretch or curl your hair. So stretching your hair is if you want the curl, it's straightening, kind of like straightening your hair without putting a flat iron on it. Probably won't be as bone straight, but it's like if you want the curl to be more like this. I'm going to use myself today, by the way. Then there's a certain way that you use these. You have to pay attention. There's video tutorial on the website. Comes in 2 sizes. Comes in standard. If you get the standard size, you get 40 in a bag. If you get the husky, which is the bigger size, you get 30 in the bag. Where did the little one go? So I can show you guys the 2 different sizes. So here are the 2 different sizes. Okay, standard, you get 40 in a bag for $35, and then the husky, you get 40 in a No, standard you get 40 in a bag, yes, for $35. Husky you get 30 in a bag for $34.99. And this holds more hair. If you have thick hair and long hair, you want to get the Husky, okay? Or you can get what I got, which is the combination pack for $36.99. And this gives me Husky and the standard, okay? And you get 40 in the combination bag as well. They're very comfortable to sleep in. I actually slept in 3 of them last night. You see how they are, you know, the hard rollers is like, what kind of, I mean, you might as well sleep sitting up, right? These are very soft, easy on your hair. You won't have pulling with these. I didn't have any pulling on my hair. So the way that they work, someone did ask if you could sit under the dryer with them. You can sit under the dryer with these if you'd like, but you want to make sure that your hair is completely dry. For me, I let my hair air dry, so I'll do it like towards early evening, and then I let it dry all night until the following day before I take my whatever I'm doing. If it's a twist out, a braid out, a bantu knot, I make sure, but she says to make sure that your hair is completely dry before you take these out to make sure that you have the best curl. They can be used on relaxed hair as well, right? So you can use them on natural hair or relaxed hair. If you just want to have curls without the heat, these are perfect for that. The shipping information is on the website. When you go to the website, it's going to ask you to subscribe. Go on and subscribe. You guys support this young lady. Fellas, buy it for your women. Okay? So I put this in my hair. Let's see if I can go to my camera, because I wanted to show you guys how it looks when you, here we go, when you pull it out. So I have a sew-in in, right? And I'm going to let her know that she should let people know that you can use it if you have a sew-in. Because when I do my sew-ins, I don't want you to see my tracks. Guys, I don't know if this makes any sense to you, but ladies, when you have a sew-in, if you're leaving, do a leave out. I like to do a leave out so it looks more natural, so I can blend my hair in with the sew-in. Initially, I did pin curls. I was like, well, I'll do a pin curl, or then I did Bantu knot to try to get a wave so that it can blend in with my hair. Well, last night I decided to use these, Love Don't Cost a Thing, Xavier, that's right, and I love that you're watching and I miss you. Last night I decided to use these on my leave out part. So, and I'm going to do a couple of demonstrations. Wait, how do I unwrap it? Wait a minute. Okay. So you just unravel it like this. This is my hair, you guys. And you see how it gave my hair a wave? So now I can blend, see it? And actually this has not even been in there that long, maybe like 2 hours tops. But now I can blend it with the wavy weave that I already have to make it look more natural. Let's see. I'm glad I shaved yesterday because my armpits are all up in the screen. Can I see? I'm trying to show you guys how you can use it on your natural hair even when you have a sew-in. So I'm just twisting it to give it a little, I guess it looks okay. Does it look all right? Yeah, it looks fine. So you can use it on, so let me show you guys what they said to do. This is how you do it. This is how you use it. Oh, let's not use that section. Let's just use this one. This is how you use it if you want waves. Well, let's start. If you want to just stretch your hair to get your curl out to try to make your natural hair more straight, relaxer people, you don't need to do this. You start at the bottom, because I assumed, because I hadn't watched the video, I just thought I knew it all. I assumed, so you just roll it up. Roll it, roll it, roll it, roll it. And then you push it down to clamp it closed. See? Now, I'm going to tell you now. My husband has not seen these, did not see these in my hair. I'm really huge on trying to stay sexy for my husband. So I don't put my bonnet, my scarf, anything on my head until after he goes to sleep. Just because that's just me personally. I don't even wear a shower cap. If he's in the shower with me, I won't wear a shower cap. But that's me. So for these, I would put these on. Like last night I put them on, and then I think I didn't have to put did I put a bonnet on? No. But do you see how soft this is? Do you see how this is just sitting on my forehead? It doesn't hurt. It's soft. It's gentle. That's if you want to stretch it. Okay. Now I'm going to take it out and show you I have two more demonstrations real quick. If you want the wave, if you want the curl, you start at the root. Okay. And then you just wrap it around like this. This is if you want the waves and you want it curly, and then you clamp it closed. Okay. So if you want to stretch your hair, start at the bottom, roll it up. If you want the wave, start at the root. If you have super long hair, you can use these as well. If you have sister locks or really thin dreads, I think she said if you have thicker dreads, it may not work. But if you have long hair, this is what you're going to do. You're going to start at the root. This is for the curl. So say my hair is like Rapunzel long, right? So say I did even longer. Start at the roots. I look silly, but I got to show you guys this. And then you just pick up where you left off with another one. So if you have long hair, it can work for you too. See? See? You guys, they're soft. I think they're very reasonably priced. I know I look silly right now. You can get all black if you want. If you're gonna, I don't know, if you do pageants or something and you're gonna be walking around with your hair rollers in your hair, please don't walk out the house with hair rollers in your hair, like ever. I just don't think it's a good look. Or pajama pants. Don't do that. But support her. Her name is Charity. And what I like about Charity is she said that this happened overnight. I contacted her like last year. Make sure my hair is back right. I contacted her last year. I saw this on Instagram and I was like, oh man, that's so cool. And I wanted to support her. And she was already sold out. She said it happened overnight. People bought them. And people have been posting on her website and her on her Instagram, her social media, their before and after, and I'm going to be doing the same. So I can't wait to use them with my natural, when my natural hair is all out. But if you have a sew-in and your hair is wavy, instead of using a curling iron, you can use these, okay? So her YouTube name is Protective Princess. Let me close this camera out because her blog is mycurlsquad.com, or the website. Mycurlsquad.com is where you can purchase them. Her email is mycurlsquad@gmail.com. I should probably be putting those in there. I'm glad you liked the demo, Carol. And her Instagram is mycurlsquad. Everything is mycurlsquad. Go and support her, even if you're not interested in purchasing them, you guys. Like I said earlier, encourage one another. So uplift her. Tell her she's doing a good job. Tell her she's onto something. Tell her what you like about it. Encourage her. Go to her social media and say, good job, congratulations. Go to her social media and click share. Share it with someone else. So that is the business spotlight for today. One thing that I will share with you guys is that she has a scripture at the bottom of her business card. I'm a Christian. I love that. And the scripture she put was John 15:5. I'm going to read it to you guys. This is going to be my quote for the day. And it says, I am the vine, you are the branches. He who abides in me and I in him bears much fruit, for without me you can do nothing. That's wonderful. She's giving God all of the praise through her business, which she's going to go like straight through the roof with this. I am proud of her. I'm proud of you, Charity. You guys, thank you for watching. I'm going to go now. Thank you, Carol, yes, and April, and everyone who's putting all her information in. I love you guys. I feel far from you guys today. Next week, I'm going to have to zoom in a little bit more. There's like a lot going on right now. Like, why can you see my chair? Listen, good show. I love the show. Share the video if you can. Couple of announcements real quick. I am going to start periscoping every Monday evening. If you guys are regular to the show, you're probably not going to be interested, but I figured I would open up my audience. I actually went on Periscope today, and I think it's Let's Chat Show. I think that's my Periscope name. I went on Periscope and invited people to come watch the show today, but to get them all caught up with us, I'm going to be every Monday for about just a half hour, starting from the first show, just sharing the chat topic, and I think I'm just going to go over like the chat topic. So just like a little chat, you know, to get familiar with Periscopers. Also, I'm going to try a new time next week. I'm going to try to, so this whole new time thing is because 2:30 Eastern Standard Time is what time the show has been. I feel like people, to get my audience more live, people in live, the live conversation, people are in church. They're just waking up. Like in California, if you sleep in, you're still asleep. People are getting out of church, or people are in church at this time across the country. There are a couple of people who live in England that watch. So I'm trying to pay attention to my audience and make sure I'm doing broadcasting at the perfect time. So I'm going to try 4 o'clock next week. I'm gonna, all week you will see me 4 o'clock. And if that works and we'll get more people in the live video, I'm probably going to start doing 4 o'clock on Sundays. Also, I'm going to start before the end of the month broadcasting live on YouTube as well at the same time as Facebook. Just like I said, to get my audience up, I'm trying to take this show to another level, you guys. And then next week is the spring show, because the first day of spring is the 20th. Guess who's coming to visit? Travis is coming back to host with me, and I'm so excited. Why am I laughing already? Because he makes me laugh. The Valentine's Day show is a hit, so I'm super excited to have Travis back with me. He rearranged his schedule just for us, and next week's show is going to be thebomb.com. So I'm going to go. Thank you guys for watching. Did you, April? You spoke on that verse? That's awesome. Go and support My Curl Squad and share the video if you can. Comment. If you have any suggestions, let me know. And I think that's it. If you missed it, you guys, I made some sweet and salty sweet potato chips. And for those who subscribe to the website, I sent a really awesome newsletter out yesterday. Trying to make those look gorgeous. So I spent a lot of time working yesterday. But if you subscribe to the website, you will get the recipe for those. I'm about to tear those things up the moment I press stop on this video. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for your support. Don't forget what I said about the jobs that we need to do. Uplift one another, teach your children, tell people about your experiences, and just be kind. Okay? All right, I gotta go. I love you. Bye.